We all see Ibrahim Traore doing a good job, and everyone is celebrating Ibrahim Traore. Everyone is loving Ibrahim Traore. And have you ever sit down and think, how has he mastered to do all these things? In all these years, we have presidents who have been in power for 30 years. I'm not saying the Ugandan president, Yoweri Museveni, but I'm saying we have had presidents in power for more than 30 years, but they have not done a single thing what Ibrahim Traore has done. Now, in today's video, I'm going to dive into 5 aspects that Ibrahim Traore has mastered and he is using to change the face of Burkina Faso. 5 things that every leader of Africa needs to do. And whenever you do these 5 things I'm going to mention on this video, your country will be the best. Africa will change. The West will tremble. The whites, the oppressors will shake because of these 5 things. Don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, and you can comment down there if you love this video. You can join the membership of my channel. Of course, we are doing it the African way every day, every time. Let's go into the video.
Nous avons tenu à venir vous dire bonjour et à voir ce que vous êtes en train de faire ici.
One thing that Ibrahim Traore is doing to liberate Burkina Faso, one thing is doing, we call it political liberation. He is striving into political liberation. Now, he gained this power through coup. And one thing he wants to do, and he said one day, I'm saying things that he's showing us and he has done. One day he said that he's not a politician, he's a leader. And as a leader, you want to see your people flourishing. As a leader, you want to see your people smiling. And by doing that, you need to have political stability. So Ibrahim Traore is trying so hard to have political stability in the country of Burkina Faso. We see some people are complaining that he did not resign and to give power to the republic, that not republic, we call what? Democratic way, to go in a voting way, diplomacy, something like that. But he said that he will leave the country to the right person when it's the right time. So Ibrahim Traore is trying to do something we call political stability. Now, when you liberate your country from political issues, your country will be stable. Strengthening democracy in Burkina Faso, that's what he's doing. He is strengthening Burkina Faso. If a leader strengthens democracy in a country, that country will thrive, because we can do away with dictatorship, we can do away with colonialism, everything. But we need to do what? To strengthen the democracy of our country. We need to decentralization of power, okay? Empowering local governments and communities to make decisions that affects the people that live in that country. I have seen numerous times what Ibrahim Traore is doing is decentralization of power. He is the one who is dealing with the issue that is affecting the people of Burkina Faso, not France, not Russia, not China. He's not leaving the country to the hands of hyenas. He's not leaving the country to the mouths of lions. He wants to make sure that he is the one who is listening to the issues of the people, because he is the one who is the leader of the country, not a puppet in that country. Another thing is to fight against corruption. These things that I'm mentioning, it's under politics or political liberation. Okay? Another thing is fighting of corruption. Ibrahim Traore is doing away with corruption in Burkina Faso. It's evident. He even has not given himself these big cars, fleets of cars. He has one defender. You see him walking with one defender. It's because we are encouraging leaders to stay away from corruption, because corruption always undermines political stability in a country. So that's the other thing. This is a subtopic under political liberation. Another thing is a Pan-Africanism unity or Pan-African unity. You saw a video where Ibrahim Traore was telling the people, African diaspora, to unite, to come back to the country. This being a Pan-African. We have seen Pan-Africanism in Ibrahim Traore. We have seen Pan-Africanism in him. Dr. Arkana was there. She confirmed. And there were African in diaspora. They were welcomed in Burkina Faso. He called out the people of Caribbean. That's what we call Pan-African unity. And Ibrahim Traore has mastered this game. That's number one, political liberation. Another thing Ibrahim Traore is trying to cope up with it, we call it economic liberation. As we know, African countries, most of them depends on exports. And after exporting their products, they import finished products. So economic liberation will mean that diversing economy, promoting manufacturing and fostering intra-African trade to reduce dependency on foreign powers. What Ibrahim Traore is doing is to reduce dependency in foreign powers. That's why you see him running here and there, trying to put technology, trying to do this and this, so that to make a country, trying to build a bank reserve, first gold bank reserve in Burkina Faso, trying to venture and to motivate agriculture people, the farmers, so that he can do away with the dependence from foreign powers. Under economic liberation, it's the ownership of resources. Burkina Faso has resources. And for these resources, like gold, like the resource of vegetable and all those, name all of that that's being from Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore is finding a way to own the resources, not France to own resources. But Ibrahim Traore is fighting for the people of Burkina Faso to own the resources of Burkina Faso. And that's why he is building the bank. He has built the gold bank reserve in Africa, or in Burkina Faso, the first one ever to be. You see? So that is about the ownership of resources. We are poor countries. We have poor countries in Africa because we have left our resources in the hands of the foreigners. They are the one controlling these resources. They are the one controlling the price of our own resources. They're the one we cannot benefit from our own gold or our own uranium because we don't have the ownership of these resources. Another thing is investment in infrastructure, building of roads, okay, and energy, technology. You have heard and you have seen Ibrahim Traore improving technology, speaking with Russia, building roads. So Ibrahim Traore is improving technology, and by doing that, we'll have economy liberation. By improving infrastructure, economic liberation will be in Burkina Faso. And you will see, if it continues like this, you will see Burkina Faso thriving, being the best country. Each and every leader of a country who will do these things, fighting corruption, improving infrastructure, political stability, to make sure that a country has invested in infrastructure, encouraging entrepreneurship, providing opportunities to young people of the country, not sending people in foreign countries to work there. Encourage entrepreneurship in your country. And this message to go to my President William Ruto. You have to encourage entrepreneurship in your country. Taptengele. Not people going to countries, foreign countries, and sending people to foreign countries. That's not improving entrepreneurship. And we'll live under the chains of economic instability. Let me call it like that. That was number 2, economic liberation. We started with political liberation. We are economic liberation, and we are going into cultural and social liberation. This, I'll be short. We all know about cultures of a country. Now, if you are not aware, Ibrahim Traore encouraged students to wear to wear, we call it local attires while going to school, so that we can promote the culture of our country, to teach the young ones, to teach the youths about the culture of our country. By teaching them about the culture of our country, they will abandon the white man's culture and they will hold on into African culture. And this will push liberation of cultural What France is doing is to teach these countries, to teach them their culture. Okay? But by teaching and emphasizing African values, history values, and traditionals, we'll do away with colonization, mind colonization, and brainwashing. So by doing cultural liberation, we must go into educational reforms, gender equality and human rights, media control and representation. Because when a foreign media influence our ways, it's very hard to maneuver. But when we control our media as a country, we can do well on it. Another thing, what Ibrahim Traore is trying to do is we call it geopolitical liberation. This is where he wants a country of Burkina Faso not to be influenced or interfered by foreign countries or foreign governments or corporation. That's why he sent away France while he went to power, because France has more impact or had more impact in a country of Burkina Faso, and they had more influence. It had more influence, or it has more influence in the West countries. But whatever Ibrahim Traore is doing is try to do what we call geopolitical liberation, where there is no influence from foreign government, like influence from France and all these countries. I hope we are together. Another thing, number 5, is called environmental and resource liberation. Under that, we go talk about sustainable development, where addressing environmental degradation through sustainable practices and protecting ecosystem to ensure long-term prosperity. Ibrahim Traore said that the land of Burkina Faso is virgin. We need to protect it. These are the 5 keys that each and every African leader will master, will liberate his country from poverty, will win the trust of the people, will make a country to flourish, will make the farmers of the country to smile, will make the businessmen of the country to be happy. This will bring along with financial prosperity, and everything in the country will flourish because of these 5 things. And these 5 things Ibrahim Traore has mastered and is doing it in Burkina Faso. We see videos, I've done videos where Ibrahim Traore is into agriculture. Ibrahim Traore is giving farmers good technology. Ibrahim Traore is into cultural something. Ibrahim Traore is doing this. He's talking about Pan-Africanism. He's building Gold Reserve Bank. He is sending away France. He has mastered a way of improving Africa, improving Burkina Faso. By doing this, he is weakening the West. The West does not want any leader from Africa to do these things. We are designed to be poor. We are not designed to have political stability. We are not designed to have economic freedom. We are not designed to have our own culture, to follow our own culture. We have influence of foreign countries. We are controlled by the IMF and World Bank. But Ibrahim Traore, along with the other 3 countries, Mali and Niger, they are doing the best they can. And that's why you see a lot of coups attempts in Burkina Faso. Because they know this guy is going to change the face of Africa. They know by Pan-Africanism, by unity of African people, the face of Africa is going to change. By Black Americans, African diasporas, Caribbeans joining hands with Africans people, it's going to change. By having a political stability in a country, things will change. But they cannot allow political stability in a country. They cannot allow that. That's why we see fighting everywhere, every time in Congo. That's why Sudan, a country rich of oil, Sudan is fighting every now and then. So, most country in West Africa, they have political instability, coups every now and then. It's just because they want to put their puppet there. They don't want that. So these are the things, these 5 things Ibrahim Traore has mastered. And by doing this, he is making Africa changing the face of Africa. I don't know if all the leaders can be like him and master these things. I don't know how we'll teach you, because you go into power, you are into corruption, you are into debts, IMF, name it. You are being controlled as a leader in a country in Africa. You are going into power, you are sending the youth of your country to go and work in Germany. The only thing we can do is by finding a leader and not a politician. Okay? So the youths that are watching this video and everyone who is watching this video, we want to know that we have to liberate ourselves. We have to liberate our mind. We have to remove away this mind colonization that we have, this brainwashed we have, that Africa cannot thrive, that Africa cannot export manufactured products, that Africa is always importing, that we cannot have good technology, that we cannot have good infrastructure, that we cannot do some things for ourselves. We have to stop all this nonsense. And Ibrahim Traore is doing the best. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think on the comment section. I am the Kenyan Beast, and we are doing it the African way.